What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get. And today we're going to be taking it back a little bit. We're going to be checking out the latest album from Jessie Ware called That Feels Good. While this record is from April, I thought it would be a really good time now to check out some albums that were released earlier in the year, since we won't be seeing a lot of high-profile releases until the 28th. We're starting off with Jessie Ware, who up until this week I wasn't entirely familiar with. The only track of hers I knew prior to recording this video was Wildest Moments, since they played it a lot on VH1 back in 2012. VH1 focusing on music? That must have been a lifetime ago. But yeah, to tell you the truth, I wasn't too motivated to explore her other songs. But when I saw that a ton of publications were listing That Feels Good as one of the best albums of 2023 so far, my curiosity was peaking. And so that brings us today, where I explore Jessie's work even further. Before we delve in though, I want to advise everyone to leave a like and comment for this video, because the more engagement the video receives, the more likely YouTube will pick it up in the algorithm, so I thank y'all for that. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell, because I could use all the support in the world and it will put a huge smile on my face. With all that said, it's time that we delve into That Feels Good. Track number 1, That Feels Good, the title track. Kind of reminds me of that scene in SpongeBob where Squidward is alone. There's a lot of funk going on right here. Yo, it's jazzing up my bones. Ooh, we got the fucking brass section with Jessie really getting into the music. We'll be doing it in all sorts of rooms, my dude. So much sensuality in her voice, you know, especially with the refrain. The guitar. Woo! Sending me, baby. Sending me. Okay, so That Feels Good. Wow. What an opener! Like, I gotta say, that was pretty damn tight. Jessie Ware is commanding her partner to give her as much pleasure as possible. You know, she's really feeling it in her bones. She really wants to spend the night with them and really, like, have a night of intimacy. And there's a lot of funk going on with the tune. Like, you know, they got the brass section and the saxophone. The drums are also really coming to life, and especially the guitar, the electric guitar, you know, adding a little blues, a little jazz to that sort of instrumental. Looking to drink some champagne, smoke a little bit of weed. Yeah, this one sounds like it's really, you know, alive, and it's really festive, and it is just so exciting, you know? I was actually not expecting that going into this record, but I'm glad that I was pleasantly surprised. Track number 2, Free Yourself. Ooh, we're really relying on the low-pitched piano to open this track up. Okay, now we got some 70s going on here, like a very disco sort of tune. Ooh, the drumming right there, the beats right there. Really exciting me there. You know, like, you're a name, not a number. Almost like you have your own distinct identity that I can remember. You know, please yourself by getting with me, you know? You'll be doing yourself a little favor. Yeah, this is definitely sort of roller rink sort of music. You know, I say that about every disco song, but, you know, it's perfectly fitting, you know? It's part of the culture. And then we just kind of dance the night away a little bit. Woo! Okay, so, Free Yourself. Yeah, I definitely felt like I was sort of like freeing my body quite a bit. This one is definitely a sort of disco type of song where Jessie is encouraging her audience members, or maybe even a potential lover, to sort of just get out on that roller rink. I keep saying roller rink, but it's fitting. But they're on the rink, they're just enjoying themselves, they're really letting themselves go, and Jessie is just feeling the love within the room. Don't hold back, baby, just lay it all on me. I'll appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna have a good time if you let yourself go, okay? What I enjoyed the most on this song was definitely the piano. I like how it's very low registered at the beginning, and then it's sort of like on a loop, this sort of like melodic loop as, you know, they're singing the bridge. That drumming though, that builds up every single time once the chorus is ending. It's sort of like, 2, Yeah, you know, like it's kind of like she's bringing some modern elements into the tune. You know, that's definitely something you would hear a lot more in the 2010s. A very fun jam. I'm going to have a blast revisiting this. Track number 3, Pearls. Ooh, very high pitched singing right there. She just like hitting the bullseye with those vocals. Ooh, a risk taker. It's like you're seducing me, Jessie. Ooh! Ooh! She really is letting it go. The vocals are just soaring like fucking eagles. Independent woman, baby. Ooh. The way she delivered that line right there is just beautiful. The chimes, baby. The chimes. You can't go wrong with the chimes. Ooh! She's so excited. Like, holy crap. Okay, so that was Pearls, and yo, we got another fun little disco song on our hands. Jessie Ware portrays herself as a woman of danger, a woman of risk, a woman of scandal, and she just wants to get with her partner and just dance the night away. Don't be afraid of a bit of risk-taking, baby. You know, like, I'm all about that kind of shit. She's just imploring with them to dance so hard that the pearl necklaces are gonna just break apart and fall onto the floor. I think it's more than a coincidence that she wears pearl necklaces in the album cover because, you know, there's a song directly dedicated to singing about them falling off. For some reason, the chimes on this tune are what stood out to me the most. They just sounded glorious. But yeah, it's another very fun disco sort of tune. I was really jamming with it. The way she hits those high notes is immaculate. Yeah, this is going to be another fun one to revisit. Track number 4, Hello Love. Okay, taking it much slower than the previous songs. Me, myself, and eyeing. Ooh, I like that. How it's kind of like a verb. Ooh, I love that imagery. Electric butterflies, just getting me excited and fluttery. Yeah. Like, she knows what her true feelings are deep down inside. These violins are just getting to me. They just sound so romantic. Setting up a perfect scene. Oh my god, this trumpet. This trumpet. It's beautiful. Woo! Is there a reason why she has both hands up? I can think of a few. And now we just spend the night together, wrapped up in each other's arms. Okay, so that was Hello Love, and yeah, this song is pretty jammin'. The track seems to be about Jessie just trying to spend the night in and just having some peace and quiet to herself. She's in her jammies, just relaxing on the couch. That's the scene I picture in my head. But then her lover shows up, and they're all dressed up, maybe in like a suit or a gown of some kind, and they're just like, yo, Jessie, we need to get it on. You know, we might have a nice little dinner beforehand, a little spaghetti and red wine. But then, when the clock strikes, we in bed. And it's almost funny how she's kind of struggling to admit to herself just how much she wants this person, you know, spending some time with them. But eventually she gives in and is like, all right, now we're gonna really get it on. So many instruments to admire on this track. I really love the violins. The drumming was very calming and soothing. The saxophone was doing a lot of heavy lifting on this track specifically. It's a very intimate song. I really vibed with it. Yeah, this one is just full of love. Track number 5, Begin Again. Ooh, really delicate with her voice right there, you know? She's really like letting the emotions fly out. Ooh, I like that. Sort of like, you know, you can't really communicate how much you love a partner through a phone. The fucking brass section, like Jesus. Oh my god. The control that she has over her voice, you know, making it very subdued during this bridge. But then you know it's gonna be an explosion very soon. Like right there. Yeah, this is like a straight 70s album at this point. Like, we've heard more than enough tracks to come to that conclusion. Okay, so that was Begin Again, and yeah, that one was a very festive kind of song right there. With this one, Jessie seems to go all out with the instrumentals. You know, we got a little break, you know, right before the outro, and then the bridge is just her singing Can We Begin Again over and over and over again. And you hear the drums and the pianos and the brass section and the choir just really putting in their work. I like how that bridge starts very relaxing at first, but then we just go epic mode. I was kind of struggling to understand the song meaning, but then once I looked more into Jessie Ware's quotes, it looked like it was a lot more straightforward than I perceived. It's her realizing that as she's evolved throughout her career, she really found her voice, she found her style, and she's asking herself, can I just begin again? Now that I've really perfected my craft, you know, I really wish I could have started off with this level of quality. What I like the most is how chaotic the pianos are, especially during the outro. They're just signaling you to like just move your body around, you know, just go crazy, have the time of your life. The song has a lot going for it. It's definitely a highlight of the LP, and I'm gonna really have a fun time dancing to it once more. Track number 6, Beautiful People. Okay, I'm really digging the percussion here so far. Very stylish. You know, I wouldn't mind having one of those. Jessie and I are both cocktail people. I relate to your sister. You know, she's looking at everything life has to offer, you know, realizing just how special it is. The trumpet right there, doing some work once more. I mean, I could go for a swimming pool right now. Like, it's hot as fuck outside. Like, there's nothing for me to say right here. I'm just dancing my ass off. You know, get on your Rihanna type shit. You look a lot better when you're having fun, sweetie. Okay, so that was Beautiful People. Yeah, another really funky type track right there. My impression of this song is that Jessie's a little bit down in the dumps, but as she, you know, starts to mingle with her friends more and they go out a night on the town, and they just start to see all sorts of people that really get into a groove and like really start to have fun. You know, there could be a potential lover out there. Blow them a kiss. Someone might be making a good-ass cocktail, you know? Down that shit. There's so much life has to offer you, and the only way to, you know, interact with it is to just get yourself out there. Jessie really knows how to motivate people into socializing with others, let me tell you that. A lot of funk on this tune. I like the percussion. The percussion really stood out to me. The trumpets, of course, just doing some extra lifting. Oh, such a fun track, I gotta say. Track number 7, Freak Me Now. Like, the way she just sort of, like, ascends her voice like that. It's very reminiscent of the 70s. That's a command, motherfucker. Oochie coochie. It's being very explicit at the moment. I mean, I need a little bit of a cool down, because, like, I'm in the middle of the July, girl. This post-chorus is pretty interesting. Sounds like a rapper just really pumping up the crowd. You know, sort of, you know, following the Nicki Minaj tradition of spelling freak in a song. I swear to God, this rapper is just getting to me. Okay, so, Freak Me Now. Yeah, that is a really fun song right there. What I really like about that song is how Jessie really sounds like she's in the spirit. You know, she really is excited to meet up with her boyfriend, just have a night of nice little lovemaking there. The way that she speaks all of the lyrics in the song is also very fun. It also, like, puts me in a good spirit. I don't have much to say about the instrumentation. A lot of it would just be repeating myself, but it still sounds as funky as ever. So the rapper on her song was actually one of her writers named Clarence Coffey Jr., and they wanted to sort of capture the feeling of someone yelling into a megaphone. You know, specifically at a party. They were just sort of having fun in the studio until they realized, hey, this could actually work in the song, you know, this could actually get the people going. So yeah, shout out to you, Clarence. You really knew how to enhance the tune. That's all I really have to say about Freak Me Now, so we can keep moving forward. Track number 8, Shake the Bottle. Jimmy's just like other guys. I'm assuming that Jimmy might be like a past lover of some kind. Long distance relationships, you know, they can be a little bit of a pain. Ooh, like the trumpets are a little jumpy this time, and there seems to be more than a few on this track. Very risque, I gotta say. Yeah, we're not holding back anything. Okay, so, Shake the Bottle. A lot of innuendos in that song. Something that really entertains me is how she's singing about all these past lovers that she was with, and she left them for very specific reasons, each one differing from the other. It reminds me a lot of Beach House on Carly Rae Jepsen's The Loneliest Time, and it also has that same comedic value to it. Hopefully we'll get more of that when Carly Rae releases the B-side to that record, coming in a few weeks. But yeah, this one has a lot of sexual energy to it, and it kind of like really gets in your face with all the innuendos. Shake my bottle till it pops. Again, the brass section is very, very wonderful. And there's that little percussion that's very persistent throughout the whole tune. I'm blanking on the instrument name, but I really hope that it can come to my mind soon. Very sophisticated, I gotta say. And yeah, that's what I have to say about Shake the Bottle. Track number 9, Lightning. Okay. We kind of have a little bit of a trap beat going on here. Very reminiscent of the modern day. Ooh, I like that line. Balloons in the rain, you know, sort of like how depression is trying to keep me down, but I find a way to excel. Touch of violins, adding to the emotion. Okay, we got some drowned out vocals right here on the post-chorus. Okay, so that was Lightning, and I don't know. That song, you know, doesn't really stand out to me that much. Obviously because it sort of breaks away from the whole 70s atmosphere and it goes for something a lot more modern. It's sort of like an R&B track that you would listen to nowadays. A lot more leaning on trap beats and, you know, a lot more leaning on the drowned out vocals. You know, that's definitely a style that you hear, you know, in this day and age. The 70s vibe does kind of shine through a little bit with the way she, like, holds her vocals. But, I don't know, like, it just doesn't do that much for me. Pretty straightforward, you know, she's singing about how enamored she is by a lover and how she is just really, you know, exuberant that she has him in her life. Outside of that, I really don't have much to say about this song, you know? I guess we could just keep moving forward. Now, we got the closing track on our hands, so why don't we delve into that? Track number 10, These Lips. Come on, baby, give me those goddamn trumpets. I've been enjoying them all throughout the runtime. Ooh, and the ascending vocals crescendoing a little bit. Ooh, those little glossy keys right there. I love it. I kind of like that, you know, you're worth it, you know. I think you are a beautiful, perfect lover. The way the backing vocals sort of whisper along with us, you know, very well executed. Oh my god. I love how that last line is structured, like the way they deliver it, the way they wrote it. Oh my god, yeah. The pronunciation of soothe right there, you know. When I say soothe, I mean soothe. And then we just kind of get in one last groove as the music is just playing us out at this point. Okay, so that was These Lips, and yeah, pretty decent song to end the record with. This song is meant to be a lot more calming than what we've listened to throughout the entire runtime. It's just her wanting to spend a night with her boyfriend, promising that these lips can do so much more than just kiss. She promises that they're gonna be together in the fantasy and, like, you know, make some magic happen. They're gonna send a signal to the stars telling them, hey, I want you to bless us tonight because we are in the mood. Really enjoy how Jessie embraces that sort of spirit. It's just beautiful. And of course I love how the trumpets descend during the pre-chorus on that final line. That final line really makes the song, let me tell you. And then the saxophone just plays us out along with the funky bass line. the way the music just sort of dissolves. Oh, it's so beautiful, telling us that the party has ended, but the magic is still there. I think that might be one of my favorite moments from this entire song, like, let me tell you. A lot of fun on this entire album, let me tell you. Like, oh my god, I did not expect this. So why don't I take a break? I'll come back later once I've listened to the album a second time, so bear with me. Alright, I am back, and I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Jessie Ware's That Feels Good. I only listened to a handful of tracks from Jessie in preparation for this recording, and let me just say, this album is far more different than Wildest Moments. I was completely thrown off by the disco production that was prevalent throughout the entire runtime. Maybe it's because I didn't research the album as hard as I should have, but it was still a pleasant surprise. Jessie's band should absolutely feel proud of themselves for capturing a genre that was now birthed half a century ago. The brass section in particular deserves praise. You know, the jubilant trumpets, the pleading saxophone, they're just splendid. I also love the tightly constructed pianos, the crescendoing drums, and the cinematic violins. To speak candidly, I credit Future Nostalgia for all the throwback 70s cuts that artists have been putting on the table as of late. That album also had a mix of 80s influence, but it still proved to the pop landscape that throwback jams didn't just have to be novelties, it could actually serve as culture-defining works. That Feels Good feels like the culmination of retro music impacting the industry. Jessie sings about the freedoms of pleasure, how her listeners should not be shy, and how they just need to let go of their inhibitions. From the opening ad-libs that sound like group sex to Jessie imploring her man to pop her bottle, there is so much lust to go around. This is officially the second horny album I've had the pleasure of reacting to this year. I will say that Lightning breaking up the 70s theme is my only major gripe for this record. Besides that, Jessie Ware has put out some solid material, and perhaps she might see an Album of the Year nomination in her future. I give That Feels Good 4 out of 5 stars. My favorite tracks would have to be Begin Again, Freak Me Now, and These Lips. My least favorites would have to be Pearls, Lightning, and Shake the Bottle. And that just about does it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this album reaction. I hope you had fun. This one was a real pleasure, and I cannot wait to revisit it again. If you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. The links are going to be in the description. And that is where we're going to wrap up for today. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, but I hope you were able to soak up those drops. Take care.